What's going on, guys? It's your boy Midnight, and I got a whole lot of opinions on this. Now, we'll watch it, and then I'll talk about it. I'll put it like that. Um, that's how I'll put it. I'll put it that.
When you carry this axe, you carry all of us with you.
Dad, I can't kill dragons.
But you will. I'm a Viking. I'm a Viking!
Hey, they got Toothless right, man. Oh my gosh.
I won't hurt you.
Okay. 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 Disney could take a page out of this playbook right here from DreamWorks. Seriously. Universal. Like, well, DreamWorks Universal, yeah. I don't know. Like, they took a dragon from animation and made it look real enough, but still had its prime features where it's like, yo, now that's how it's supposed to look. And I wish they did that with, obviously, The Lion King. I wish they did that with Beauty and the Beast. I think they did a really, really good job with Jungle Book, but they were trying to capitalize on it so much. They're like, oh, this is Lion King, make it so realistic. Like, there's a way to have done it. And somebody animated Mufasa and Scar and Simba at one point where they looked still slightly cartoonish, but you could tell it's like, oh, no, it also looks very real at the same time. That gave it its personality. You know what I mean? And I wish Disney could have done that. I wish they could have done that because honestly, it might have made the experience of watching those movies a host of a lot better. Now, again, do we need live action remakes of things that we've animated? Not necessarily, no. I'm still a proponent of I want Treasure Planet and I want Atlantis, The Lost Empire done as live action movies. I would love that. I don't even want them to touch Brother Bear. I was gonna say maybe they could. I love that movie a lot. I really do, and I hold a special place in my heart for it. But if they're gonna do it, they better do it right. And the only reason I mention it is because when they put it out, it didn't generate as much at the box office as I guess they were hoping or anticipating. So it could be a reintroduction of Brother Bear. Like doing some of their lesser known titles. And again, it's kind of like, well, is Brother Bear really lesser known? To the hardcore fans, no. But not everybody really knows Brother Bear, especially in this generation now. You know what I'm saying? And I love that movie a lot. I bleed Brother Bear through and through. So maybe if Disney ever sees this, if you animate it like that, you get it right, get the emotions right, you get the right actors, get the Inuit actors, get everything right, you might have something. Okay. This trailer, it looks good. It looks really good. It does. My opinions are because I'm such a huge How to Train Your Dragon fan, and I love this series a lot. I remember the first time I saw the first one all the way through, and I was just tears. Like I was so locked in. I love that movie. I love the second one and the Hidden World. I love the Hidden World. I love Riders of Burke, the series that they had, and I love Race to the Edge on Netflix. I've watched that so I can't tell you how many. I've probably watched that series at least 6 times. I love that series so much, and honestly, I wish they kind of like maybe dove into some of those stories or told more, like maybe like more after, I guess, tell stories after Hiccup, maybe even more stories of beforehand with the dragons, like the whole falling out with the dragons and the Vikings and how that came. Like we know that story, but if they dove into it like just a little bit more and kind of like with the young Gobber and the young Stoic, maybe like, I'm down for that. I love those kinds of stories too. But they're doing this. I don't think I did. I was completely against it. The only thing that was keeping me like I'm really kind of curious is if Dean DeBlois came back to direct it, which he is. He also did the executive producing on The Wild Robot, Chris Sanders. They both worked together on Lilo and Stitch. So you can see why that movie is as magnificent as it is. I hope that this doesn't start a trend for DreamWorks to start doing live action remakes either. If they're going to do it, okay, leave it at this, fine. But like I said, as I was trying to say to finish my thought, I was thinking in my mind just how the dragons would look and how cool those battles would be, and seeing Stormfly, and Hook Fang, and Toothless, and then Meat Lug, the twins dragons is what I can't remember their names right now. What's it like? It's not coming to me right now. Anyway, I know it's a Zippleback, but I can't remember the names of their. It's like gas and it's not gas, but one obviously sparks, and then the other one hawks out gas. But I just can't remember the names right now. But I know it's a Zippleback dragon. Like it looks cool. I hope the casting for Rough Nut and Tough Nut was well done. I hope the casting for Snotlet was done correctly. Same thing with Fish Legs. Now, here's what everyone online is kind of raging about. Casting of Astrid. She's a very talented actress. She is. She's a very gifted actress. I would never take that away from her at all. But she's not Astrid. And I think a lot of people online are thinking that anybody who disagrees with it is automatically racist or they don't want to see Black people in anything. That's not the case. This is Viking culture. Okay, and I've done some research to try to find things. There's a history of Black Vikings in the world at all. I can't find anything. The only thing that I found that came close was Halfhand the Black. Even still, there's no saying that if he was definitively Black, because Vikings, anyone who was not a Viking was considered dark-skinned. That includes the Mongols. That includes Africans, obviously. That could include Italians. Anyone that wasn't like a pale white was considered dark-skinned. So unless it's a thing where he came from African pirates or something, like Barbary pirates, maybe was taken into the village or something, and then there was interracial marriage. Cool. All right. You explain it that way? Fine. That's cool. But what I feel like a lot of studios end up doing is doing it for the sake of doing it, and it feels cheap and lazy. It almost feels like, are Black people not good enough for you to just come up with and create a new original character that we can gravitate towards and love? I would prefer that. That's kind of why I had a beef with the Little Mermaid, the new Little Mermaid with Halle Bailey. Again, talented actress, talented singer, love her, great. But I want like more for like if they, it's almost like they forgot that they made Princess and the Frog, and how they took that story and flipped it on its head and made all these other things that tied into, Black culture, especially at that time. And in New Orleans, like they cultivated that, and I loved that. I love every aspect of it. When they were like back, like Disney back in the day was they made movies for everyone. Of different backgrounds and cultures. They did. They made Mulan. They made Aladdin. They made Brother Bear. Even though it wasn't physically black people, we could assume in The Lion King, it's in Africa, I guess you could say. Because I've seen the drawings of like if Simba and Nala were humans, this is how they would look, essentially. They've done Emperor's New Groove. It's like they've done these things. There's a history here. And so to just do things to do it feels cheap and it feels lazy. And I personally just don't like that. I feel as though if I'm going to honor somebody, honor a group of people, honor a culture, I want to take as much time with it as possible and really dive into it. Prime example, Robert Eggers. Now, Robert Eggers says that he focuses on more so Anglo-Saxon culture, right? But when he does his movies, you can see that he dives fully into the time periods, understanding how people spoke, what they ate, how they dressed, how they worked, their cultures and practices, how their homes were, things like that with the lighthouse. Just like understand how the wells worked and the alcohol that they were drinking and the way they got rid of their waste. Look at the witch, how they spoke, how they dressed, how they practiced their faith. You go to the Northmen, how the Vikings were, the savagery behind it, their weapons, their homes, the villages, the culture, the Norse mythology of it all, and Valhalla and all that. Like he dove into it because he cares. And that's the thing. It's like you got to really care about the material that you're making if you really wanted to set the tone with people. You can't just do willy-nilly lazy things and think like, cool, that's acceptable. That's not how life works. If I go and do a job and I half-ass it the whole time, do I really care about what I'm doing? No, absolutely not. But if I go in and I'm giving it my all and 110%, then it's clear, oh yeah, this guy cares. Maybe we should award him with something. Maybe we should give him a raise. Maybe we should give him a pension. And every job may not end up that way, even if you're working 110%. But at least you're giving that because you give a damn enough. That's just how I feel about it. Again, I'm still going to go see this. I'm still going to see it. I'm not going to let that deter me from seeing it. It's just an opinion that I have that's like, and I don't think that everyone online that feels that way is racist. I think it's wrong for people to just demonize people in that way. Are there some who are being legitimately racist, idiots, and bigots? Yes, there are. I've seen quite a few of them. But to wrap up everyone whose just opinion is just different as that, I think that's wrong. And I think we need better. I think we need to do better as far as our culture is concerned when it comes to coming to the table together and having a disagreement and being able to walk away and be like, all right, you know what? I respect that. Respect your difference. So, like me and a friend of mine, we were talking the other day about the whole Percy Jackson series and how we just felt about it as far as, how Annabeth was cast. And just the way that I read it growing up and the way she was described, the way she was animated, that's just how I felt. And it was never heated. It was just, and his opinion was, it's never anything like explicitly stated, which I understood. Like, that's cool. Like, there's nothing preventing her from being black. That's fine. And I understood his point. And then my point was a matter of, well, I would just like it if my point is what I'm saying now is the laziness. I would rather you just create a new original character that is black that the audience can gravitate towards and love instead of doing the whole, because even though, as he said, is art not supposed to start controversy? Yes, it can, and it does. However, at the same time, knowing how heated the climate is right now, and it's kind of like if you're trying to constantly force a thing, you're almost causing more division, like as a whole. So I would feel, like I said, I would feel better. I would feel a whole lot better. I would love it if we just created more original black characters. And that's what I'm working towards doing as far as the movies that I want to make, the stories that I want to tell. That's how I am with that. Like, yeah, tell more original black stories. I'm here for it. Original new characters that we've never seen before. Their different dynamics and how they grow up and how they live life. Like, yeah, come on. That's it. Anyway, this video got really long off of a teaser, but I had to share some of that with you guys. I hope that I delivered it in a way where you can understand. I know there may be trolls who just take everything out of context. Ignore them. It's whatever. I said what I said though, and it's just how I feel about it. It's okay, and it's cool. Again, so you guys let me know down below what you all think, how you feel about this. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued, and it does look good. And I love the music from John Powell. It's one of the best scores of all time. I love the How to Train Your Dragon score, so I can't wait to hear it in theaters again. Anyways, guys, this got long. That's what she said. Ha 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 ha. But I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video. Y'all take care, okay?
Y'all gonna check me out at these here socials. I'll see you all in the next one. And by the way, make sure that you stay tuned for all types of content that I got going on at this here channel. Remember, one pack, one nation, one smooth hell.